Hello, this is Roy, and for my Halloween special and my favorite game, we are going to review Disgaea, Hour of Darkness. Now, before we actually begin on the review of the game, I would like to state that the Disgaea series is a three-game series so far, with the fourth game that has a trailer released. And those four games are Disgaea Hour of Darkness, Disgaea 2 Cursed Memories, Disgaea 3 Absence of Justice, and of course Disgaea 4 is Untitled as of now. And all of these games were made by Nipponichi Software, which they were originally founded in September of 1991 as an entertainment business for software, and then they relocated in July of 1993 into a different prefecture of Japan, and they grew into a bigger video game corporation, and they make games for modern platforms today. And Nipponichi now has an American branch, and they got one in 2003 in Santa Ana, California. And other games by them would include La Pousse Tactics, Phantom Brave, Rhapsody, A Musical Adventure, and those are some of their other games that I would also recommend that you check out because just like this guy, they are really good. Now let's go to the actual me for the definitions of SRPGs. Hey there, all you people out on the interwebs. I'm going to tell you what a strategy RPG is. And everyone knows that an RPG is basically your leveling up system, where you usually go from 1 to 100. And a strategy based RPG is more when your characters are on the ground and you can view them from an overview and you can get nice little. You can choose where they go, and your enemy is on the other side. And usually, it's a little battlefield, and you all go against each other. The um, main whole thing about it is you try to put in tactics to allow you to conquer the other enemy force, and you want to focus on your levels being higher than your enemies, because if you didn't have that, well, you'd probably lose unless your strategies are just really good. And just naming off the top of my head some other good games, we have, I'd say Fire Emblem is a nice example of that. Final Fantasy Tactics is an ongoing series. And Valkyria Chronicles for the PS3. There's some good ones for you if you don't already know about them. Thank you, Real Me. Now let's return to the review from my sexy voice. Now, this guy has a very unique style, and that style utilizes the anime type look, which attracts a lot of anime lovers, but it still maintains the basic human like structure on the characters. They still look sort of real, and it's mostly 2D art with, but it is on a PS2, which was a generally, the widely accepted 3D gaming console. The PS2 was widely praised for its 3D art. So, it this is Gaia Hour of Darkness, even though it looks 2D and like it should be on the PS1, where it wasn't quite perfected, it still maintains a 3D look and how you can move the camera around in 3D like angles and see things from a different angle. It can still do that. But one thing that they definitely put a lot of time into is their special attack art. It uses so much detail that they literally have their own thing on it. Like, it attracts so many people, just the art that they put on the game. They literally have a motto that says, "How crazy can we get this time?" Because they can make the art so fabulous, and that's when the new Disgaea games come out. People always look at their special attack art, and they always put it on there because that's one of their best features. They just make it great, and that attracts a lot of people. They're also very creative in how objects on the field are going to act to your advantage or disadvantage. They explain it, of course, but sometimes it's not always easy to remember. Some sometimes you have to go, oh yeah, there's always that, and then you have to go back and try it again sometimes because you've already screwed up. That's pretty aggravating, but you can get around it if you just remember basic stuff. Now, the plot of Disgaea revolves around three main characters. The three characters are Overlord Laharl, his loyal vassal Etna, and the assassin from heaven, Angel trainee Flan. Now, let's get into the game itself, gameplay. Disgaea is, as I said before, an SRPG, and that means it has a leveling up system. And there's so much to do that in this leveling up system that you'll literally go mad just trying to do everything to get yourself stronger. And you can play this game forever, literally, because there's just so much leveling up to do that no one can ever do it. It's impossible. And we're just going to go into it now. Characters, you can basically level up. It's usually the same in every SRPG or RPG. You can level up the characters and raise them levels and stuff like that, and that's not that hard to grasp. Each person, you get them some experience points whenever they kill something or do something notable, and they'll level up. And a feature that I'm pretty sure Disgaea added was you can level up the items that they have. You can raise the item's level to make the item more powerful and then equip it onto the character and it'll get even stronger. And I'll talk more about that in a second. The stores, you can level up the stores. The more items you buy, the more experience you get from the store owners. And that allows you to level up in the stores, and you can buy more items and level up by buying those items. So you can just keep buying stuff until the level hits its maximum. And most games, you can only go to about level 100 or so. They have extended the leveling system from level 100 all the way to level 9,999. Now, items. I talked a little bit about it, but you can level up your items in a place that the game created called Item World, which is just basically the game creates a random world with random factors, and the number of worlds that are inside of your item depends on the item's rarity. It goes from just common things like and they have numbers on them to 250 to 0. I'm pretty sure it's 0. And the smaller the number, the more rare it is. You can also get them from the hospital. The hospital will give you items if you've spent enough money at the hospital, which you will, I promise you. There's also a lot of extra content in this game, including extra bosses such as Tyrant Overlord Ball, which is a boss that is at level 9,990. There are also multiple endings. In the original Disgaea Hour of Darkness, I'm pretty sure there are only 2 endings, and that is the good ending and the bad ending. And they created a Cave of Ordeals, which is very helpful in your training to go defeat Overlord Ball or defeat the last boss or whatever. That's pretty much it for the game itself. Now I'm going to go into remakes of the game, which includes Disgaea Afternoon of Darkness on the PlayStation Portable. They have more endings. There are also more secret bosses. There are, in Disgaea Afternoon of Darkness, such as Adele from Disgaea 2. You can find him inside the Cave of Ordeals, along with his sidekick Rosalind from Disgaea 2. I'm pretty sure you can also fight Prairie from La Pulse Tactics in there too. So there's a lot happening in Disgaea, and just the general humor in the story, along with the gameplay itself, just make this game so desirable to me, especially as an RPG lover, that it's just so attractive to me personally that I literally will rate this game among my favorites and probably at the top of the list of my favorite RPGs. So that is it for my review of Disgaea Hour of Darkness. I hope y'all have a happy Halloween, and I'll hope to hear from you in our next video.